Yo.
All right,
All right. So we just waiting on X. All right. There you go. All right. And we good to go then.
But somebody like
Can y'all hear me clear?
yeah.
Echo.
All right.
So if everybody wear headphones, be able to hear back.
All right, hold on. Let me switch to some headphones real quick. Let me see if that works.
All right.
Let's see. Hopefully this works.
I got it.
All right, can y'all hear me better?
Yeah. There's no distinction.
Yeah, that's perfect. I can hear everybody.
Word. Yeah, I knew it was something funny about that not working with the headphones.
Yeah, I was definitely tripping because I was like, hold on, man, this was sounding a lot clearer when I ran it by another associate. So all right, so let's get started. This is Catch 22. Welcome to the Chop It Up with Catch 22 show. Today my guests are Sid Terry, Kilik 360, and MC Mike X, and we are going to be talking about past life retention, not regression, but retention. For those not familiar with retention, is because this is something definitely new to my ears, and we're gonna get Mr. Terry to explain it more. But as you know, past life regression is the art of basically pulling out your past life from out of your subconscious, so that you can understand who you were and things of that nature. Well, most people are used to just learning about their past lives for spiritual reasons and things of that nature, and some people don't even actually acknowledge the existence of past life. So we're going to get into all of that here today. So first on the panel, Mr. Terry.
All right.
Will you give us a little introduction to the past life retention, sir?
Oh yeah, past life retention is who you are, who you was, who you could be. It's more of a spiritual / self-awareness journey. And what past life retention is finding out what your belief systems is, pretty much.
And how you can harness those. You said something about harnessing those for your current life, right?
Yeah. Harnessing the belief systems of your past life, present life, and your future. It's dealing with reincarnation. It's dealing with fears. It's dealing with your destiny. It has a broad spectrum of isms. That's what we're gonna say. It's an ism. You know what an ism is: a doctor, or ideology, or a philosophy, so forth and so on. It's under the platform of ism.
Right.
So you take it away. You ask the questions, and let's build on this thing because people need to know who they are, who they was.
Absolutely. Well, my first question would be the importance of what would be the importance of that knowledge in the current state.
In the current state.
So, like, in other words, okay, so what exactly do you gain from knowing who you were?
Okay, so what you would gain is who you was, your fears, your dislikes. Is that from your past life, or is that something that you obtained? And I think that everybody is well known for their genetic coding. You know, our DNA, it's in our DNA. And it's
okay.
So our DNA is untapped. It's who we are. It's what makes us us, and that's a part of past life retention. Because
so you're saying that we could be genetically coded from our past life into this life for some specific purpose? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. So
okay.
like if you have a fear of water, in your past life, you could have had a drowning experience, but and people don't know why their fears is about.
Right.
That makes sense?
Right. I mean, I've always had a certain fear of driving past them tankers. Yeah, I always think they're gonna blow up or something, man. I mean, and I don't know where that come from, but I mean, so I mean, basically, what you're saying is I could have been maybe a driver of one of those things that exploded, maybe in a past life or something, or maybe I was witness to it,
or you could have been a construction worker who used to build it. You see what I'm saying? You could have. I mean, that's the beauty of it.
So you could be the one that's constructing your own fears, but basically, what you're saying.
Exactly. But it's from the past life. Okay, like say for instance, a runner. A runner. All right, no, that's not a good example. We're gonna go hood. A pimp. I say a pimp is born. You can't make a pimp. A pimp is born.
You know. Man. Okay. You see what I'm saying? I'm getting the analogy. I got you.
Okay, and that's exactly what it is. It's an analogy of what. Okay,
it's your essence. It's in your essence. If it's not in your essence, it's gonna work against you.
Yeah, like once you
program.
Yeah, you're.
Go ahead, MC Mike X.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just interjecting just a little bit. I'm gonna let you finish.
Go ahead.
Sounds like a program system that we're already programmed to have, and that's what I'm getting.
Right.
You know, who knows? Like, okay, so like a killer isn't made. You're not made to shoot and harm people. What happened?
You definitely can be programmed to do it.
Yeah, like
I definitely believe that.
Was your past like a killer? Was your past life in the military? Were you a sniper? Were you special ops? Were you this? Were you that? You never know who you was until you go through the steps of past life regression. That makes I mean, yeah. Why I keep saying that?
It's your thing. So I mean, hey, look, I understand though, because I actually was looking up the word retention, and retention means to harness and to control, to have a hold on. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so most people, like I said earlier, most people are used to the term past life regression. You're regressing something that's been suppressed in your subconscious.
Right.
So you're taking it a step further. How do you use this knowledge of this life to basically manipulate or manifest manipulate the choices and the aims that you have in this life?
Study.
Am I right? Am I right or wrong?
It's manipulate and manifest. Because
right.
Okay, if you know where you come from, you know where you're supposed to be going. So that's manifesting destiny. You see
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
And see, and just to interject real quick, man. When you're talking about past lives, right? We're now we have to get into the fact that we are. If you're talking about past life, you're saying basically we're going into the subject of reincarnation, because
Exactly.
it's not just a it's not just a thought thing that you have from these past lives. You're actually here in a new incarnate form to continue something, maybe by karmic value, or something that is magnetized to you, or like you said, programmed, but maybe this is not a programming that's coming from the environment, but from the internal environment. And
Exactly.
so when you get to that subject, then you have to go into the reincarnation. And now, what do you say to the people who don't believe in reincarnation, who may have doubts about past life regression or retention in any case?
One thing. How can history repeat itself?
All right.
That's it. That's
that was kind of like a slammer right there.
Yeah. I mean, if you believe that history repeats itself, how come you don't? Is this your first time here?
I definitely don't believe it is my first time. I'm gonna get a little closer to it with the natal chart and the birth chart once I get a few pieces of information together. But I did look into past into old souls and young souls, and according to my astrological chart, as far as the basics that I have right now, it's leading me to believe I actually have a young soul where I thought I had an old soul.
And that's the beauty of it.
And that does not mean that I, younger in the sense of like not having wisdom or anything like that. Younger in the sense of someone with an old soul has a more experienced soul that's been here more times. I have been here enough times to recognize, that I've been here, but I haven't been here enough times to have like full control over that knowledge. Like I can't be a psychic right now, or manipulate matter in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like that might be my next life, but because of what I'm studying now, you feel what I'm saying? Like
a philosopher in the next life. Everything
right.
Everything takes its place.
Right.
Like me. Like we're going back to the genetic makeup of who you are. Like a person who, like Mike, we're gonna give Mike as an example, since he's not speaking on a subject. Mike X, who's that he's not a.
I'm listening and waiting for my time to speak. That's what I do.
Mr. X is he's a low key observer.
Okay, so
but go ahead. Go ahead, elaborate, X. We're here, brother.
I found some things that you said quite interesting, because what you're saying about resurrection, it reminds me of these avenues in our body we call blood types. And blood types could stem from present time to ancient time. Like I have an ancient blood type, very ancient blood type, and I didn't understand why I comprehended so much things that my ancestors knew about without me even being taught about these things. But now blood type, that explains a lot, and that goes a lot with your even if it's not a spiritual, let's say someone's an atheist and they're listening, even if it's not a spiritual reincarnation, it could well be a physical reincarnation. The word to reincarnate is often derived from carbon, and we are forms of carbon.
Incarnated. You know, I've always thought of it in the physical sense of meat, like carne, incarnate. But
Right.
wow,
Right.
yeah, we're carbon based. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and you know, that's the beauty of it. You know, like like I was just saying, giving an example for like Mr.
Well,
X.
well, if you don't mind, just a second, Mr. Terry.
Yes, sir.
Uh, did you have something to continue?
Yeah,
X?
Uh, yeah, to carnate is invested with or embodied in flesh. So that's exactly what you just said. And no, I'll start off with that, and I'll let you continue, Mr. Sid, as I feel that you are more in tune with your subject, and I could just add on the things that relate to it. I do have a few things that relate to the subject. I just want to see where it goes. You know, just going with the flow.
And just real quick, Mr. Terry, after you speak, real quick, I just want to take a moment to introduce you guys, both of you guys, to introduce yourselves.
okay. So, like I said,
you know, fully, like as far as tell them about Kilik 360 and whatever you have going on, MC Mike X.
yeah, right. So that's it. Like for me, if you think about it, and you know, if you think about who you are and where you're coming from and your descendants and so forth and so on, it will meet the criteria of this is not my first time here. By DNA. It's everything that goes into the earth comes out of the earth. The recycle. We don't. This is not okay. So I've thought about it. I think I've been here about 17 times.
Okay.
But you know, when you're I'm focusing on now where am I misplacing my steps?
As like as if to say, like, what is it that you missed out on the last life that you need to complete here?
Yes.
And you know, I've been feeling like that recently, a lot. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've been feeling like that a lot. Like a lot of the things going on in my life had me questioning, like, okay, if I'm putting in certain, you know, actions and efforts and into certain things, and why am I not getting a return on certain investments? You know, whether physical, spiritual, whatever, right? And right. I realized that, wait, you know, there may be something that I need to fix. I got to get a karmic balance somewhere. And you know, ever since I've started thinking like that this week, I've been really putting that into practice, and you know, it has really boosted up my energy and my frequencies and everything. So
yeah. And that's the beauty of it. So when you start tapping into it, you know that you're coming back because your job isn't done, and you know that you'll continue to come back until the earth, and we move to another earth or an astral plane or whatever it is that happens after, you know, after this life. It's stories, it's miracles, it's biblical text that tells us that this is not the first or the last time we're going to be here.
Absolutely. I'm in agreement.
Actually, that's a good point. There is no belief system that doesn't believe in afterlife. As far as any religion goes, it wouldn't be a religion if it didn't have a concept of the afterlife. And most of them do believe in reincarnation. They all have their own ways of viewing it. A majority believe that we are here to see something of good nature, good enough to reunite with. Some call it the One, some call it Buddha, some call it God. There's different names for this being, but basically we can't return to the essence until all the bad intentions are out of us, because this being is pure good. It has no desires that we have here. Like, for example, let's say heaven, for example. You can't go with heaven thinking about a PS5. That's not a heavenly thing.
Desire or whatever. Right.
Yeah, that's a man-made machine. And that's, such a thing wouldn't belong in heaven. It would contradict the whole source, as far as idolatry or all kinds of things, addiction, sloth, envy, all of that isn't inside of a game system. I mean, it's a material,
it's a materialistic thing, and heaven is a realm where those things don't even matter. Matter doesn't matter.
Right. It's a whole spiritual journey. So that would be the concept of heaven. Then you have others that believe that you just become one source. Some call it the all, the universe, whatever you want to name it. By completing their karma. This is where the reincarnation comes in for religions such as Buddhism and Hinduism, Jainism, and so forth. If you have done something bad in your last life, if it's bad enough, you may end up returning as an animal where you can't correct that mistake, because you won't have the human instinct of not free will, but you can't rationalize. You won't
have reason. If you don't have reason, then what reason would you have to even think about anything?
Exactly.
Other than the jungle.
Exactly. You would just become a animal. You just become a being that reacts through instinct.
Impulses. Instinct. Yeah. Right. Animal instinct.
Now, if you don't enough good, you reach your next life, that good will follow you. Like, a lot of people would, because I questioned this when I heard about these things. Why is it that we have to complete a karma? If we mess up on this life, wouldn't that affect the other life? Isn't that constant death? And I actually learned that it's not constant debt. Every good deed piles up until there's enough good deeds to lead you back into the source.
So hold on. So explain that for me in a little more broken down. So you're saying that if you didn't do something bad, right?
Yeah. If you did, you were. Go ahead.
If you didn't do something bad, would you be able to? I believe, I don't know. I believe that you would probably be able to come back if you want, but you have a choice. That's me personally. I don't know. But so are you saying that if it's something that's bad, you would have to complete it here, but you might not get the chance to if it was that bad that you got to start all over from the animal kingdom?
It's up to your ego to decide. It's all about the ego. It's all about, this is the concept of reincarnation is all about, it's all about,
okay.
Forgive me, I have a brain injury, y'all. Sometimes it's hard for me to think. I'm just talking to the audience who don't know like that.
Take your time, Mr. X.
Yeah.
You there?
Yes. I'm just thinking of the word. It's just when you basically let go of something. When you just have to let go of your ego in order to reach the higher source. This is based on the concept of reincarnation on many beliefs. Now, I'll stop here and I'll let Mr. Sid continue, because this is where you brought the subject. I don't want to carry it too much.
the question. So
my understanding. If we only we have to clear up our karma based. So that means that because ego will be the only thing that will keep you attached here to keep coming back anyway.
Right, all 7 deadly sins, all 10 commandments broken.
Well,
I mean,
okay,
maybe all 7.
That was what I was trying. Well, my thing is that because anything could keep you. If that's the case, anything could keep money if you're attached to women. If you're attached to something that when you leave this earth, you don't get a chance to fulfill that fulfillment. That might bound you here, magnetically or something. So, but what I'm trying to understand is, so you're saying that as far as to get to the source, right? Let's say in this life, I've already lived thousands of lives and I'm almost clearing my karma. Will I be able to move to the source from that point? Or do I still come back by the force of light as well as the force of darkness or whatever?
Well, that goes to a whole nother system called the Bardo, and that's more in the state of Chinese Buddhism, but it also exists in Japanese Buddhism, known as the 6th path of transmigration. And this is actually, this gets a little dark because, to simplify the complex, every path in the 6th path of transmigration is different levels of hell created by our own mind. Including this reality here.
Including our physical 3-dimensional reality.
This would be known as the realm of fools, where you don't know you're in hell. Like I said, it's dark. It gets dark. I'm not.
I think plenty of us have figured out we're in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets deep.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Mr. Sid, would you like to
try
like the Matrix in it.
And that makes sense. That makes sense because if you read text, hell is a living entity. It's not a place. It's a living entity that's life sucking, and the harm that you do in these lives, it's repetitive to your karma. That makes sense?
Basically,
your hell is...
You're bound to what you're bound.
You're bound to your...
You're bound to your sin, basically. You're bound to your karma.
Exactly.
Our desire to be here is what got us here, and the indesire to be here is what will get us out.
When we get it right.
And it's no different from the physical world. If you commit a crime, there is a penalty for it. Where do you think they get these ideas from?
Right.
I mean, you can be an atheist, you still have to work on a religious book.
Right. Outside of religion and all of that, as above, so below is it's a constant reoccurring theme in all of nature that's scientifically been proven. Everything above is the same thing here. We're the universe as we are inside a universe. This has been scientifically digested by scientists and spewed out to the world. But
that's powerful. That's real powerful.
Very hard. That's deep.
Yeah, so it makes you, it makes you think like how much you really do have. And some, and some,
I'm sorry, I cannot. Yeah, I couldn't understand you for a second there. I apologize.
Yo,
Test.
peace. I don't know what that was. Something went something went wrong. All right, I got both of you guys back now. Cool.
All right.
All right, I guess this last we're gonna do we're gonna try to get it between 45 minutes to an hour, guys. So
right.
we'll just make this a
Okay.
Part 2.
yeah, I don't know what that disconnect was, but glad I got you guys back. Yeah, we got too deep. Something happened. I said, and Mr. X, you were saying something, and I couldn't hear you, and then it cut off. Are you there, Mr. X? Mr. Terry?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Mr. X.
Shit.
He might have to tap back in. I don't know. But no. So okay. So Mr. Terry. So is it possible, right, with this knowledge of the soul being the one that's reincarnating, over and over? Hold on, man. We might have to shoot back on it.
All right.
Because I don't hear X at all.
Are you going to be able to chop it up and fix everything? Get the bug?
Yeah. Yep. All right, so we'll start this section over again.
Section 1, 2.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, we're having some technical difficulties over here. It seems the some of the forces that we're speaking on are being trifled with by other forces.
I don't know. Must be pretty mad.
Hey, look. All I'm saying is that, yes, we are bound to our karma, but what if we're if it keeps coming back, eventually it has to grow and learn to evolve. Your soul is maturing. That's basically what I'm getting, is your soul is maturing through these past lives. And eventually it has to become of age. So then what's the next step? You see what I'm saying? And that's the big joint right there, because it's like, okay, now we understand that we do come back. No, I haven't heard any one of y'all, which I know both of y'all got this on your mind. I know it's on y'all's like mine. But
What's
dejavu is pretty much proof.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
That we've been here.
Yeah. There's different kinds, and there's definitely one that's hard to ignore. Maybe two.
Have you ever been, okay, and here's a perfect example. Have you ever been to, or on the web, or just been browsing something and like, dang, that looks familiar, and it's not even in America? You don't have to come back to the United States. It could be Saudi Arabia, Egypt.
That's
anything.
I agree because I thought that I was in Washington D.C. with my son's mom, and this was at the time when me and my son's mom were together, and we went to a sushi place, and I had a deja vu there, and I was like, and I remember the whole setting, the Japanese restaurant, everything, and instantly I thought I was in Japan in another life or something. But I realized that maybe that was my subconscious showing me it was this, this moment remind me of this moment. I've done this before. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so what is the difference, guys? What's the difference
There's
between
so many levels.
Right, because you got deja vu as I've done this before, but then like brother Sid said, you got a deja vu that's like I've done this before somewhere else.
Right.
Exactly.
And then you have the deja vu of I dreamt this yesterday and now it's happening today.
Right, which would be like a premonition.
Like a premonition. And it can be the interesting thing is a premonition can slightly be altered because you saw the premonition.
I try to break down words, and it's funny that it's called premonition.
Yeah.
I don't know what the nition part, but I feel like the nition part means an action, because admonition is to admit something. So a premonition is something is being admitted to previously, or a preview. You know what I mean?
Now, see, that's interesting because deja vu in French, which is where the word is derived from, it means already seen.
Yes.
So,
not even seen, but smelt or heard.
Anything.
Right, because you can smell. Right, you can even smell something, and it puts you in a deja vu state. Somebody can say a whole sentence, and you'd be like, "Wait," you know what I'm saying? It could be point, and it just something instantly brings you to that point, and you're like, "Yo, I've done this before," you know.
And
I've seen this.
And you haven't did it before. You know that you haven't. Like, okay, so, and I'm gonna give you a prime example of this. I can remember before kindergarten. I can remember my kindergarten teacher like it wasn't yesterday. And when you have those deja vu moments, or and that don't even have to be a deja vu moment. It could be a gut feeling. Oh, something's not right.
Like an intuition.
Intuition. Some women call it. Some women call it intuition. Men call it gut feelings. Grandparents call it instincts. Right. Absolutely. And that's what it falls under, and that's all the same, because like a smell, a scent, and that's where this whole subject has derived from, is because for a fact that you haven't been there, but your favorite food is something off the wall that you like, you can eat all the time.
That makes a lot of sense, because sometimes I'll have something that I've never had, and it's familiar. I know I've had it before, but I never had it.
You haven't had it in this life.
Never had it in this life. Like I'll taste it and know this is familiar, but it's like at the same time, it's like this is my first time. And also another one. This is kind of MC Mike X. Maybe you'll agree with this one, but even when you're listening to music that is brand new, there's this and you've never heard your song before.
For those of you that just heard the Matrix, because I did, I'm pretty sure what he said was there is a millisecond that you would hear the song before you hear the song, even if it's a new song. It's like your mind already knows the lyrics. Am I catching on? Because
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's actually an interesting concept, because if the body has muscle memory, then perhaps deja vu is muscle memory with the spirit.
Bingo. And that's where the subject of the night comes from.
Right. So definitely. So what I'm getting at is that we need to learn to, for one thing, tap into our past lives, not just for, understanding like what a deja vu is, or to understand that we've been here before, but to utilize the information. You're utilizing the information from those lives to basically to input into the computer that is your life now. And in doing so, you may be clearing up karma from a past life, or you may be avoiding the act that took you to that karma in the first place, and that might let you go of your karma. Might release you of your karma as well.
Right.
But so that's what I'm getting from it is basically, learn who you are, learn who you were, so you know who you are, and then you can know who you more or less know. You'll know more of who you can be.
And I think something like that, what I would agree with these with all the belief systems, is doing good. Doing good, it is the order of creation. Good is a creative force, bad is a destructive force. There are times to do good, there are times to do bad. And
there's a balance.
It's not bad if it leads to creation.
Right. You got to destroy to build.
You have to destroy to build. I mean, that's just how it is. It's a balance, the harmony. We didn't make this up. That's nature. That is the law of nature. A hurricane, we might hate hurricanes wherever they may come, but that's literally a recycling, reconstructing, nature reconstructing things, because the things that we make aren't natural, and nature will go through natural cycles. We're not used to these cycles, and we think that it's a bad thing, but it's actually a cleansing. It's no different from, I have a quote, life can't spring without winter, so don't always fall for summer.
I like that.
That's deep. All right, so guys, I want your final thoughts, Mr. Terry. Let's start with you first. Introduce yourself. Tell them a little bit about Kilik 360 and everything that you have going on, and what your future endeavors are, and just about the subject matter.
My name is Sidney Terry. I'm building and working on this big, broad spectrum of Kilik 360, which is bringing attention to mental health, drug awareness, and the mind control of yourself. Self-awareness, that's what it's about. Drugs, addiction, and mental health, it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing, just different phases. Mental health, environment, so forth and so on. We're going to get into that in a future episode, but, we're going to get this thing full stride ahead, because I want everybody to be able to get the help that they need without somebody else trying to tell them this is what they need to do. And that's where we're at. We need to focus on us, our mental health, our addiction. It doesn't have to be drugs or money or alcohol. It could be sex. It could be playing between your toes every day. It's breaking bad habits for good reasons. That's what it is. Because none of this is permanent.
Breaking bad habits for good reasons.
Great slogan.
Yes, sir.
That's dope.
Breaking bad habits for good reasons. Continue.
You have okay, so and a few years ago, and this is what helped me understand myself. There was out there in California, and I'm pretty sure that y'all do enough research to understand that there was these kids that was living homeless, but they were graduating with honor and
magna cum laude or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
With these kinds of
it's like the top dog schools.
Yeah. No, they were homeless, but they were graduating high school with these types of potentials, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? I didn't understand it, but I did. But you know what? It makes sense now because they didn't let their environment control them.
Okay.
But you know, and that's what it's about. It's about mental, physical, and you can be a bum on the streets. And I seen that today. There was this guy. I forgot his name, but I was reading it earlier today to where he just turned 100 years old, but he was a beggar. And you know what he did? He went around begging for change to give to charity.
Wow.
Living on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's commendable. Like great.
And another example of this in the Olympics right now, they won the gold medal in the Olympics for running, but he didn't win because he told somebody else. The guy had this. It was another guy. He was from Kenya, and the other guy was from Spain. The guy from Kenya had thought that he had won. So he started slowing down, and the guy from Spain told him, was trying to speak to him in his language to keep going. The guy from Spain could have passed him, and he didn't because he didn't feel like it was right. So his moral was to tell him to, what will my country say? What will my parents say? What would these people think of me if I would have cheated this guy who actually won, but I could have by a trick. Yeah. And that's and that's what Kilik 360 is about. It's about finding help, no matter what it is. Do good moral codes wherever you are. We're working on it. We got, Kilik 360 as a song. We're gonna have a broader spectrum of achievements and dedication. I've kind of slacked off a little bit, but we're going to get there for the betterment of people.
Everything takes time, man. It's not slacking. I know you've been on your job for a while now, and I know that you've had some things that you had to take care of. So I definitely, hey, don't knock yourself.
Hey, one thing.
I tell you what, that Kilik 360, yeah.
This is the 10th day on 10 hours. Every day for the last 10 days.
Hey, I hear that, man. I hear that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm working.
Right.
So when we get in our next cipher and get everything going, we got to figure it out. We got this.
Most definitely. And that song, Kilik 360, will be dropping soon, a fully mastered version. I did drop a rough draft not too long ago. I might have took it off online, but if it is, it would still be on my SoundCloud if y'all want to check that out, which is SoundCloud/22 Live Free. SoundCloud.com/22 Live Free. It should be up there. If it's not, I'll go ahead and throw that rough draft if that's all right with you, Sid.
Yeah. The
All
world
right.
needs to know.
Cool. Yeah, I'll let that rock. And y'all hear a whole new completed full master version after. All right. So MC Mike X, any final words, brother?
All right. First, I want to mention that the word that I was looking for earlier is denounce. You have to denounce the ego in order to reach the highest source, which we call God. That's what I was trying to. There's no better way to say it than that word. Okay.
Right.
Really digging this Kilik movement, motion. I feel like it's and you know, I feel like you've been slacking. It's just that's a lot of pressure. You know, it takes a lot of weight to carry. You know, it's like a workout. You got to work hard to build it up. You know, and
not only that, but he's also doing. You know, he's doing that on top of the regular, adulthood. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, good luck. It's a grind. It's a grind, but it's gonna be something big, man. Kilik 360. Oh wait, real quick, MC Mike X. Excuse me 1 second. Who is Kilik?
Yeah. So,
Are you asking me?
No. Mr. Terry, explain. The name.
Kilik 360 is a palindrome. Kilik, back and forth. It's still spelled the same. It was my firstborn son that passed away in 2019, October the 14th, 2019, and it came to me as a grievous moment that people need to know what I went through. And there's people out here that can help them, but they don't know how to seek help. So this is where it derived from. This is where it's going to. Parents understand that your child is supposed to bury you, not you bury your child. And I went through a mental health state, but good guys like I got around us tonight help me pull through. Hey, make it known that this is going on. And that's what we about to do.
Most definitely. Peace, man. I appreciate that. MC Mike X. Again, sir.
Oh no, good. That was pretty deep. My sincerest condolences to you, Sidney.
Yes, definitely.
That's very deep there. You that's actually deeper than I thought it would be. That's pretty deep, man. My platform is music, but I'm also an activist. I've been on hiatus on both because of political agendas that interfered with the psyche of the human mind, where they're forgetting about the bigger fight. That's just my POV on it. So I've been low key when it comes to activism. When it comes to music, I'm not satisfied with my quality. So you guys are just gonna have to wait for a few masterings to be done. Now, I have plenty of music. I mean, we're talking hundreds of songs. You can go to avoid having to, me saying / this, that. I'll just simplify it for you. On YouTube, I am MIC, like a microphone, -X, MC Mike X. That's the same for any platform. There are other names that I have singles released on, which is the same name, but one would have just Mike X and it'll say TM as a trademark, and another one that's just Mike X. But MC Mike X is the prominent, dominant, and it is the one that's gonna keep going for ages. My website, which has all links that you could possibly ask for, especially when you sign up. It is, and it's a free sign up, by the way. It is mcmikex.com. One word, no dashes. Just mcmikex.com. You'll get everything that you need to know about me there, from the intro, the bio, and you'll get everything if you sign up. You'll see things that anybody who doesn't sign up won't be able to see that easy. Won't be able to see it. You'll also get a blog that is invisible to those who don't sign up. So if interested, that's mcmikex.com. There's plenty of music, there's lessons, there's old videos, there's talks. There will be things such as this nature, just in my own form. There's even some moments where Catch-22 might pop up, in a video or something. The leak, we haven't done anything yet, but maybe we can. Who knows? But yeah, you can get
most definitely
right in that website, and trust me, music is coming. There's definitely a lot of rough drafts around, but there's also a lot of masters around, and there are singles and free ringtones and paid ringtones, and more is coming your way. So go ahead and sign up and enjoy the website. That's from Mike X right there.
All right. You said what now?
Who don't like free music? I'm going to MCMikeX.com.
Hey,
right. Get it while you can.
Updated too. It'll be like being on two websites. If you go now, you'll get a whole other experience from what's coming. What's coming is gonna be even bigger experience. You still got time, but the website is definitely about to be updated to a whole nother level. So stay tuned for that.
That's what's up. All right, man. Well, look, fellas, I appreciate having both you guys on my show. Thank you for all the good points, man. I'm sure that someone out there is gonna learn something from it, and they may have something to comment on. I will be checking comments, and we can piggyback off of the conversation. If there's anything new that anyone adds or wants to add, we'll do another show. The platform is going to get better, so just bear with me or whatever. And welcome to. Thank you for another great show. To my fans out there, to the audience out there, thank you for another great show experience with you guys. MC Mike X, Mr. Sid Terry, Kilik 360. Make sure y'all stay tuned for Kilik 360, man. This organization is going to be a very powerful move in the urban community, because we're so used to other people taking care of us, man. It's time that we start taking care of ourselves, and most definitely. And so welcome. I keep saying welcome. I'm so used to saying welcome. But hey, peace from Chop It Up with Catch-22. Thank you for chopping it up with me. Yeah. So many struggle with it. 22. We all have to deal with it. One form or another. So much strain on my brain. How can I maintain? Trying to change all my ways. Nothing to lose, everything to gain. No escape in my mind when it's young and gon' do.
crime. Sell them drugs, drink that wine. All I know is my bad guy and my bad guy. Kilik 360, feeling like my life is a sight for 360. Losing my grip on reality quickly. Ain't no one to talk to, no one to walk with me. Who can I trust when everyone's betrayed me? Losing my mind, even lost my babies. Lost my love when I lost my lady. Lost my motivation, got lazy. Lost my focus, things got hazy. Lost my sanity, then I went crazy. Still I push on, do the right and wrong. Every day there's a struggle trying to right my wrongs. Feeling weak, cause I'm trying to be strong. No peace, so how can I remain calm? All I feel is rain and it pours on like a hurricane, so many bad storms. So much strain on my brain, how can I maintain? How can I maintain? Trying to change all my ways, nothing to lose, everything to gain. No escaping my mind when it's young to go do the crime. Sell them drugs, drink that wine. All I know is my bad guy and my bad guy. So many say they wanna help, but only help for the wealth. So many people needing help, feeling helpless cause they ain't got nobody else. Just the buds in the drink, the pills in the pipe, the needle of the knife, trying to end their own life just to feel a little life in a sad story. But it happens every night, it ain't right. Something that we all can relate to, a reality we all trying to break through. So in reality we all can relate to, cause everybody got a habit needing breakthrough. Whether money is your go-to drug, or you giving it up to find love, or you living it up to hide pain. Mental health is hard to maintain. In yourself you seem to find shame. For the acts of others you take blame. It's hard to see again when you lose everything God gave. So all you do is find lanes, but the path you choose usually brings pain. So I'm trying to find a better way, so you can design a better day. For now, all that we can do is pray. Hey. So much strain on my brain, how can I maintain the pain? Trying to change all my ways, nothing to lose, everything to gain. No escaping my mind when it's young to go do the crime. Sell them drugs, drink that wine. All I know is be the bad guy and my bad guy. So much strain on my brain, how can I maintain the pain? Trying to change all my ways, nothing to lose, everything to gain. No escaping my mind when it's young to go do the crime. Sell them drugs, drink that wine. All I know is be the bad guy and my bad guy. So much strain on my brain, how can I maintain the pain?